So, Noel, tell us a little bit of what's going on in the world at the moment. And everybody seems to be so afraid, including me, at the moment. I mean, I feel it, and I think a lot of people feel it. Should we be afraid, or can you just give us a quick take on world affairs, where we are?
I don't think people should be afraid. I think people should be informed. If you look everywhere on the social media now, within seconds we're getting broadcast, because everyone's a journalist, as I said. But everywhere you look on media now, it's violence, 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 violence. There's no filter anymore for violence. They don't have any, there's no shock and it's all shock and awe now with the human condition. Everyone's been desensitized to violence. So no wonder we're actually going around, people are terrified of going here, going there. It's everywhere now. You have to learn to filter what you're watching and filter that information.
But it feels like at the moment when you just log on to the news, it feels like we're this close to Armageddon.
We've had that. Listen, ever since I was a child, they were going to talk about nuclear war with America and Russia, and all this was going to happen. We can't live like that. What we have to do is you have to put things in context. Even though conflict is going on around us all the time, people are always in back channel communication speaking about that conflict, escalation, and how to switch it off. Unfortunately, we're living in the digital age. There's no longer, a war happened here or a conflict happened here last week. It's in our face 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. The big powers are playing games. This is what happened in World War I, World War II, when the big power actors are playing games. What's this to say? There's a wonderful phrase I heard. It's not a good phrase. It says, the powerful do what they must and the weak people suffer what they have to. It's a very important phrase, but remember, you're dealing with a lot of propaganda, and a lot of media out there is controlled by the media controlling your reaction. So what we need to learn to do is understand threat analysis, risk resolution. Do I need to go there? No. Do I need to be in that environment? Yes or no. If you do, you take the precautions. 2, remember, you've got to limit the amount of violence coming at you, because that's affecting your psychology.
So what can I do on a daily basis to mitigate that? Should I avoid certain news outlets or on online, or what's your suggestion?
From your perspective, here's what's really important. This is what I do. I will find out what's happening in the morning, at 1 hour after I get out of bed, or when I'm finished my work, and I'll see what's going on, and I'll get do my intelligence assessments. Secondly, the most important thing is figure out where the kettle is, where my tea bags are, where my milk is, and my biscuits for the day. And that's how I deal with that. You know why? Because you keep thinking on a daily basis, 24 hours a day conflict. Remember, 24 hours a day over 7 days is 168 hours. It's not a long period of time. There's going to be 40 international elections in the world this year. That's 40 sets of conflict, differing ideology, different values, competing identities. But here's the fear. What we always remember this is that fear is the default setting for tribalism. When people fear, they go to tribal, and that's why you see all these colloquials and people raising up like the Houthis and all these kind of things. It's competition. It's trying to influence an outcome. War is about the art of deception. Don't be deceived.